I need you to picture this with me because the image is burned into my mind and it should be burned into yours too. Travis Kelce, number 87, walking down the tunnel at MetLife Stadium after the Kansas City Chiefs' first win of the season against the New York Giants. The man wasn't just walking, he was radiating confidence, pride, and the kind of electric energy you only feel when someone knows they've just proven the doubters wrong. The crowd noise still lingered in the air, but inside that tunnel, the real celebration was about to begin. Behind him, teammates were shouting, music was waiting in the locker room, and the mission had been accomplished. Kelce's face said it all. This wasn't just another game. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. A statement to the league, to the critics, and yes, even to the global media circus that has wrapped itself around him like a chokehold. And if you don't think that matters, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you why this victory wasn't just about football, it was about who owns the story of the NFL. Let's start with the facts. The Chiefs didn't walk into New York and blow the Giants off the field. No, this was a brutal, hard-fought, dramatic showdown from the opening snap to the final whistle. The Giants came out swinging, hungry, aggressive, desperate to prove they could stop Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, the most lethal duo in football. And for stretches, they did. The first half was suffocating. The Giants' secondary closed gaps, the pass rush disrupted Mahomes, and for a moment, the home crowd thought they had the Chiefs rattled. But here's the thing, champions don't break. They bend, they adapt, and they rise. And that's exactly what happened. Kelce wasn't just catching balls, he was dictating the rhythm of the offense. He carved out space where there was none, turned broken plays into lifelines, and delivered an explosive touchdown that ignited the Chiefs' sideline like gasoline on fire. One particular play stands out. Mahomes launched deep, Kelce accelerated past two Giants defenders, stretched out his arms, and hauled in a catch that broke the game wide open. That moment wasn't just points on the board, it was a psychological gut punch to New York and a reminder to the league. As long as Travis Kelce is on the field, the Chiefs are never out of a game. But here's where it gets interesting and controversial. While Kelce was orchestrating a masterclass on the field, while Andy Reid was fighting tooth and nail to pull his team together, what was dominating the headlines? Not the grit, not the execution, not the comeback firepower. No, it was the same old sideshow, the Taylor Swift storyline. Camera cuts to her in the luxury suite, memes flooding social media before Kelce even reached the locker room, entertainment outlets twisting a football win into a celebrity soap opera. And let me be crystal clear, this is not accidental. The NFL, the networks, the sponsors, they know exactly what they're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the counter-argument. People say, but look at the ratings. Look at the new audiences. Look at the merchandise flying off shelves. And sure, from a business perspective, it's genius. The NFL has cracked open demographics they've never touched before. Kids in Europe who never watched a down of football now know who Travis Kelce is because Taylor Swift is in the box seats. But here's my issue, what's the cost? What happens when the sport itself gets buried beneath the glitz? What happens when Andy Reid's raw emotional praise for Kelce as the heart and soul of this team doesn't trend, but a grainy shot of Swift sipping soda does? That's not growth, that's distortion. Because let's not forget, this game wasn't just a win, it was the Chiefs' season opener. It was about setting the tone for a title defense. It was about proving that after the offseason chatter, the injuries, and the skepticism, Kansas City is still the most dangerous team in the NFL. The locker room reflected that. I'm telling you, the scene was pure chaos, music blaring, players spraying water bottles like champagne, rookies and veterans hugging like bros. And in the center of it all, Kelce. Not just as the stat leader, not just as the guy who delivered on the field, but as the glue, the voice, the heartbeat. He wasn't shouting for himself, he was shouting for his team. He was reminding every man in that room that the Chiefs are more than the sum of their parts and more than the distractions the outside world tries to pin on them. But you won't see them on the front page of TMZ. You won't see the nuance, the leadership, the sweat, the blood, the unglamorous truth. You'll see another headline about the celebrity couple, and that is the tragedy of modern sports media. The actual game is treated like background noise to the circus. Now, let me play devil's advocate because I know some of you will come at me hard in the comments. You'll say, but Kelce doesn't seem to mind. He enjoys the attention. He's leaned into it. And yes, that may be true. Kelce has charisma. He knows how to work a microphone, and he's not blind to the benefits of being in the global spotlight. But enjoying attention is not the same as wanting your career defined by it. Do you think he wants his Hall of Fame resume overshadowed by gossip columns? Do you think he wants future generations to remember him as Taylor Swift's boyfriend instead of one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game? Of course not. And if you respect the man's legacy, you shouldn't want that either. The win over the Giants was more than a box score. It was proof that the Chiefs still have the mentality of champions. It was proof that Travis Kelce, even with the weight of the circus on his shoulders, can walk into a hostile stadium, torch a defense, and then walk into a locker room and turn it into a cathedral of belief. That's what this should be about. That's what matters. And yet the truth is being buried under noise. So here's my challenge to you. If you care about the integrity of the game, if you care about separating fact from distraction, then hit that like button right now. Smash it. Not because it helps me, but because it tells the algorithm that real football talk matters. Drop a comment below and tell me, is this media frenzy helping the game or is it poisoning it? And most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Because I promise you one thing, you will always get the truth here. Not the PR spin. Not the celebrity gossip, not the manufactured circus, just the unfiltered, aggressive reality of what's happening in sports. At the end of the day, the question is simple. Do we want to let the circus define football, or do we want to fight for the purity of the game? Travis Kelce walked into that locker room with pride, with confidence, and with the soul of a leader. The cameras might not care, but we do. And if you're with me, then stick around, because this is just the beginning.